Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play WazHack. The previous episode was a little bit disappointing. Our thief run hadn't started off all that well, but it was okay. And after working so hard to overcome the water nymph, it was a little bit disappointing that we were beaten down so easily by the things that followed. And then we had a very unsuccessful night run, where we were basically not picking up any advantages or useful resources at all. Having said that, although those runs were disappointing, I feel like they were disappointing because of the circumstances and the cards we were dealt, rather than bad play. Not that I'm saying I played flawlessly, I'm sure I could have played better, but I do feel like we were dealt a rough hand. So, let's just jump into a brand new run here, shall we? Who are we going to be? Who are we going to be? We haven't been a huntsman for a little while, but I kind of don't have a good approach for playing as a huntsman. Having said that, let's give it a go. Yeah, I'm actually going to take points out of intelligence, and oh no, I can't add any more to charisma. I'll put some into constitution, I guess. I was going to say add points to charisma, since that tip-off that high charisma actually improves your chances of finding special items and things. Don't want a blue outfit. That's the kind of clothes a water nymph leaves behind. Worrying. A water nymph died right at the bottom of our ladder there, which I choose to believe leads out of our basement, like in Terraria. Well, I mean, you don't have to build a tunnel down from your house in Terraria, but I think a lot of people do. Certainly I did. Anyway, so we start off with our feathered cap, low boots, leather armour, wooden arrows, and a bow. That's pretty much it. Obviously, projectile combat is the name of the game here. And I think I'm going to approach this slightly differently. I mentioned in the previous episode that one or two people have suggested using scrolls to identify weapons rather than wands. I do feel like the wand identification strategy has been working reasonably well most of the time, but I also remarked that one of the advantages of it is it has the side effect of causing me to think carefully about everything I do. It prevents me getting too cavalier, or at least as much as I usually do. So, I'm going to take a slightly different tack, and I'm going to take on board something that's been suggested, and I'm going to use identification scrolls on weapons and armour. Now, of course, bows don't see as many types as some weapons do, but nonetheless, we're going to try this out and go for IDing clothes and weapons. Not amulets and rings, which was my old approach, and for the time being, not wands. I expect that I'm going to go back to the wand play afterwards, because I don't think this is going to work very well. But I'm going to give it a go, out of fairness, and if it does show some advantages, I might aim for a hybrid IDing wand and IDing clothes/weapons play in future. Basically, it's a bit of an experiment. Let's see how it pans out. So, first, shoot this kobold. And we've lost an arrow down the stairs immediately. And our pet as well. Everything went down the stairs. There's plenty more floor... Oh, God, the pet's dead already. What a waste of space. Alright, well, we've got a ring and some potions. I might as well take the helmet in case we have a chance to sell it or something. I'm going to try those potions on our pet's corpse in a minute and hope that one of them is a healing potion. Because this is way too... Ooh, a whistle. Might need that if we do manage to revive our pet. It's way too early in the game to have lost our pet to the hordes of encroaching monsters. So, no, I didn't want a short sword. I wanted the arrow. Oh well, seems the arrow isn't here, so I'll chuck the short sword away and see if we can actually feed R.I.P. my little dog friend. Let's feed a ruby potion. Potion of healing, exactly what I was after. Let's move on. And you... Where are you going? Don't get yourself killed all the time! Come here! You probably can't climb back up the ladder, but... since you're standing on top of an enemy already, you might as well attack it, I guess. Go on, then. Kill it! Oh, for pity's sake. I may have just shot my dog, actually. Will you attack, please? I did. I shot my dog. It's got an arrow through its tail. Alright. That was a terrible shot. You... Give me... jabbed into your pet boxer puppy. Give me that arrow. Try not... It died again. What a waste of a healing potion. God, this pet's a bloody liability. I don't know if I have anything else that will heal it. No. Almost certainly not. No. God. You are a waste of my time. I mean, seriously. Dying twice in the space of what? 1 floor? 2 floors? Let me have a look at the map. 3 floors. Dying twice in 3 floors. That's excessive. Even for something that's crap and useless, that's excessive. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed on your behalf at how badly you did. I think that was a bit out of range. But it worked out in the end. Hopefully we're not going to suffer from the lack of pet here. I mean, sometimes you... Thank you. Have a bit of a nap. Sometimes you do suffer from lack of pet. You know, with stuff like acid blobs. But since we're using a lot of ranged attacks here anyway, as a huntsman, maybe we actually won't find it difficult to deal with the stuff that we'd usually use our pet for. Let's eat kobold innards. And kobold innards. There we go. Seem to be not suffering any poison effects at the moment. Actually, we came down here just to try and rescue our puppy, so let's just go back upstairs. I'm taking the spell books because might as well. I mean, we might find that we have a spell like Haste Self or something like that, which could be handy. And we're wearing mainly leather stuff, if not entirely leather stuff. So we should have not too bad a cast chance. Let's try reading that one. Too advanced. This one? Oh no, of course we're already confused. Won't be able to read it. I should try out the scrolls in a minute. I mean, we've got a few things to identify. But if we're going with a clothes identification play here, it's really just, what, the black gloves and the wizard hat. Again, trying not to be distracted by the shiny, pretty accessories there. Trying to focus on the simple, earthy clothes and weapons. Alright. Let's try the scroll. Identify. So, first, although we have a wand, not going for a wand play this time. So, let's start with gloves. Uncursed pair of hand warmers. Wizard hat. -1 corn you found. Well, that was a waste of time. So, let's put our gloves on. We look ridiculous. What a buffoon. Okay, down we go. And, I mean, that could be a healing potion. I'm going to try feeding it to the dog. I kind of want to leave the dog for dead, because it's been such a liability so far. But, let's have a go. No. And of course, the frustrating thing about that is, it actually doesn't identify the potions. So, I think I'm going to have to resign myself to that puppy just being gone. Let's move on. Leave it behind. Swallow our grief and press onward. Okay, let's throw a potion. Identify it the traditional way. Unless it misses, of course. And even when it hits, we still have no idea what's what. Come on. Wow. This thing is surprisingly resilient. Okay, gained a level, which probably saved our lives by giving us some health back there. What do I want? I'm going to say weapon precision. Yeah. I mean, we're not going to be dual-wielding anything, so weapon knowledge isn't necessarily immediately useful. Higher levels, maybe, but right now, probably not. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Okay, another level. Okay, what do we want this time? I mean, we've been finding a lot of meat, so I'm not sure gastronomy is necessary. Weapon knowledge, you can identify the quality of a weapon, appraise weapons like a dwarvish smith. I'm going to say Dweomery so we can know whether things are cursed or not. Okay, anything nice here? Let's use pickup. No, just our arrows. Let's go. Let's move down. We've got another one of those Centurion helmets, which isn't tremendously useful for our class, but I'll take it. Why not? Trying to shoot a snake. Okay. Shoot the snake sounds like, I don't know, some kind of gambling term. Put it all on black 15 and hope we can shoot the snake. Okay. Right. Ooh, food. Yeah, as I said, we're finding quite a lot of food in this run. Okay, we poisoned ourselves with kobold innards, but we have an apple, so there's that. Sewer rat meat. And of course, if we continue eating kobold innards, we might actually accumulate resistance to poison. As a couple of people have pointed out in previous episodes. So, I'll just snipe these rats here. I feel quite pleased about our rat disposal at this point. You kind of feel like a bit of a badass when you're just effortlessly sniping advancing enemies like that. Ha! You think you can get to me and bite me? Not a chance. However, there is a chance here. We have no potions. I was looking to see if there might be a levitation potion, but no. Let's try this scroll. Enchant weapon. So our bow's a bit better than it was. Ah, crap. How are we going to do this? There isn't another stairway down from above either. Okay, what do we have? Not a lot that's actually going to be helpful. Alright, how about we try dropping some gems. See if we've got a firestone. No, normal gem. I'll leave the blue gem, so I can hopefully avoid baiting enemies out. I mean, remember how much trouble we had with the knight in the previous episode, taking on rats from one of these things? We're in no way up to that with our huntsman. If we had identified the wand, of course, we'd now know what our resources are. But we chose not to take that route. Let's try the clear gem. Nope, just a bog standard clear gem. Maybe the orange gem might be a power stone? Nope, just orange gems. I didn't want to investigate here. Just take the orange gems and back away, back away. Okay. Maybe we can sneak past. I'm going to eat something while I think about it. Okay. How are we going to do this? I don't think there's any way to, crouch or sneak or anything in this game. Or move any more slowly, so we're just going to have to hope for the best. Did that work? It worked! We sneaked past. Ah, wow. After all that tension, I can't believe we actually successfully sneaked past. Okay. Let's buy 2 scrolls of Identify. How much money does that leave us with? 107. Well, I generally don't use money for much, so I'm going to spend 65 coins buying that frosty potion. And I'll have a swig of my delicious chai while we think about how we're going to proceed. Again, like the knight, we're low on resources here. We have 1 unknown potion, a couple of scrolls of Identify, an unknown wand. And I mean, I know I said we were going to focus on getting scrolls and weapons identified, but that has clearly not been working out for us so far. I mean, it would have been useful when we were trying to sneak past that door to know what this wand of ours is. So, I'm going to identify the wand first of all. Wand of teleportation. See, that would have been good to know. Okay. And I mean, we don't... Shield, we're not going to use the shield. We're not going to put the crested helms on either with this particular character class. So I might as well, since I have identify users left, I might as well identify these things. Cursed Amulet of Restful Sleep. Uncursed Ring of Polymorph Control. I mean, what else? I guess I could identify the Crested Helm. Uncursed helmet. Maybe that will... Oh, a goblin drank a potion of gain level. Maybe now we've identified that crested helm, the shopkeeper will give us more money for it. Down you go. Kind of struggling with combat already, which doesn't bode well. So I'm going to take another level of weapon precision to try and improve our combat abilities here. I will take the arrows back. And you. Will you take... apparently uncursed plus 1 helmet is only worth 3 coins. Oh well, let's get rid of those, and the Cornuth helm, and frankly the small shield as well. I know some of these gems might be, rubies or something, but I'm just going to clear them out. The cursed amulet of restful sleep, get rid of that. Okay, and is there anything useful we can buy with our new 256 gold? Not really. There's another wand, so I guess let's take that. And then, yeah, our approach has changed. We're back to identifying wands. Magic missile, 7 charges. I just feel like that's more useful. We're not picking up enough clothes or weapons for it to be worth not identifying them, if you see what I mean. For it to be worth not identifying the things we actually do have, that is. Looks like everything fell down to the bottom of the steps, which is kind of a pain. Took our arrows with them. Okay, so we have a couple of mysterious potions. Uncursed Ring of Polymorph Control. Might as well put that on, actually. It's uncursed anyway, and it means that if we're polymorphed, I think, hopefully, we'll actually get the chance to choose what we polymorph into. I think. So there's that. Quite a lot of food. Well, I mean, not a lot, but a reasonable amount of food. Unknown potions, a couple of spell books we can't read, a wand of magic missile, and a wand of teleportation. Again, the wand of teleportation is actually our major advantage here. The fact that that's pretty much our only significant advantage is, again, not particularly a ringing endorsement of our chances here. Just continue. Oh, God, really? That was enough for me to choke on? I didn't think it would be. Oh well, let's have a sleep until we stop choking, I guess. I really thought we'd actually be able to put away that second jackal steak without choking. So much for that plan. Shoot him. Yeah, we're really not inflicting enough damage on enemies with our arrows here. But I'll take all of that loot and have another rest. Try to sleep off our choking. That's how reality works as well, Find yourself choking to death? Take a nap. You'll feel fine. Okay. Let's move on. And now maybe we can actually retrieve all of our arrows. Like so. And we have some more mystery scrolls. Might as well read the hack and moosh, to be honest. Ah, directed teleport. Okay, well, I don't particularly want to teleport anywhere at the moment, but it's good to know. Okay. What do we want this time? We need a 3rd level 1 skill. I mean, mycology. Someone has suggested actually exploring mycology a bit to make useful potions and things. Do we have any red mushrooms at the moment, though? I think we have a couple. I'm going to say first aid for healing. You can't really go wrong with getting extra healing ability. And we've become invisible. Red cloak. Do we have an identify? We do. Let's identify our red cloak. Magic regeneration. Don't really need it, but might as well put it on. Isn't going to do us any harm. It'll make us look a little bit more vain when we're not invisible. No meat on that rat. Okay. Let's snipe him from up here. There we go. And we want to avoid that door if possible. I mean, you will remember what happened with the overconfidence of the previous run. Except it wasn't my overconfidence. It was yours. Yeah, that's right. I decided to tackle that door because people have been telling me, no, you have to make sure you fight the monsters in those doors to grind for levels. Well, I tried that and it didn't work, so this time we're doing it my way. So, let's shoot this guy in his sleep. And what's next? Giant rat. I mean, that rat is pretty giant. If you look at it when it rears up, it's as tall as me. I'll take the giant rat meat, although it's probably not exceptionally delicious. You sense that the cap you've been wearing all along is not cursed. Thanks for that. Upgrade your bowmanship. Excellent. And we will once again retrieve our arrows. That's a bit fiddly. Sometimes you pick up fired arrows automatically and sometimes you don't. It would be nice if it was more consistent about that. Let's try reading the gold spellbook, because why the hell not? No? I think we were going to be... I think we were going to struggle with that anyway. The fact that it was taking us so long to read suggests it was just going to confuse us. So in a way, the goblin actually did us a favour there. Shooting a spider. Last night I had a nightmare that a spider jumped on me. A spider with 4 legs. Somehow it was all the more hideous because it only had 4 legs. This one, however, has 8 and a sudden death. Another scroll of identify. We don't really have any stuff that needs identifying. I mean, there's this sapphire ring. But we've got all our wands, our weapons, and our items of clothing identified. You know what? I'm going to actually identify the ring. -3 ring of regeneration. Don't need that. And I'll try selling it should we ever find a shopkeeper again. It's tempting to go back up to the previous shopkeeper. And there's an item of clothing, after me saying we didn't have any. Tempting to go back to the previous shopkeeper. So in fact, I'm going to do that. We have a fair amount of food anyway. So I don't feel too bad about expending a minute or two walking back up there. I didn't want to pick up the crude dagger. Go away. So, like I said, here we are looking very vain with our feathered hat and our red cape. Who do you think you are, Robin Hood? Robin Hood would never be caught dead dressed in brown. I should know. I'm from Nottingham, as you no doubt realise if you're a long-term viewer. Okay. So, here's the shopkeeper. There's also that sewer grate we managed to sneak past, so I'm going to steer clear of that. But I will go here and offload some of the stuff. I'll take that... What? Go away. I'm going to take that yellow mould goo that's on the floor. Not the other stuff, because I think that was the stuff that was in his shop. So let's sell. We can't sell him yellow mould goo. I'll eat some in a minute. Let's sell him our gems. Those two, anyway. I'll save the red gem in case it's a firestone. I'll sell him the smelly cobalt lord innards. Doesn't give us any money, but I'm not going to eat smelly innards. I do have some standards. Sell him the cursed ring of regeneration. Sell him... I don't know. Let's sell him these spell books, because they're just kind of a nuisance. And the whistle, since our pet's long dead. There we go. Got anything good for me in exchange? We've got 455 gold, so we could actually buy quite a lot of stuff here. But I mean, the most potentially useful stuff is things like the granite ring, but we don't have an identify in order to find out what it is once we've got it. And we'll probably find all these potions as we go along anyway, so loath though I am to do so, I'm actually going to hang on to our money for a while. I prefer to use money whenever possible because it has so... WazHack has so few opportunities to actually get a useful effect out of your money. I prefer to just spend it buying things, but I don't want to waste it on things that are going to have basically no use. Don't know what the Phoebe Bletches are, let's read one. Nothing! So it could be something like repair armour for all we know. Okay. And another spellbook. Ooh, okay, we've got to the point of fighting wind, and we just picked up a healing potion, so that's a nice touch. I don't think we're going to be able to hit the wind with our potions if we throw them, so let's just run away. I know a door won't stop the wind. The wind can actually pass through doors, or, under/around doors, but I was basically trying to break line of sight or something. I don't know if that's how the wind perceives you. I don't know if the wind perceives you with, its windy eyes. But I thought maybe we can actually run away if it hasn't spotted me, and that seems to have worked out. Remember, in most roguelikes, running away is not only a valid option, it's often the best option. But it's kind of tricky in WazHack because things spot you from a long way off and they follow you for 1,000,000 miles. But we did run away from the wind, so there's that. Okay, so we can't take level 3 weapon precision. We need another level 2 first. So I'm going to take level 2 Dweomery for finding out whether things are cursed. I'll leave all that crap behind because we don't really want it. I'll take the spherical amulet. And then we'd better take out this eye. This is one of the things the huntsman is good for. Taking out floating eyes without being paralysed. Arguably the best character class for doing that. Okay. And a turquoise ring. We're finding so many accessories and items of jewellery. I think it only makes sense to identify them when we're not really finding the other things that we would normally hope to identify. Cursed ring of Seeing Visible. Seeing Visible is an okay effect, but we're not really running into anything invisible at the moment, and it's cursed as well, so we can't replace it if we want a different effect. So I'm going to leave it for now. I might put it on if we actually find something invisible, but that doesn't seem to be likely at the moment. Okay. Yuck! Rotten food damaged my health a bit. And here, of course, are the gnomish mines. Skeleton key, which I assume is like an upgraded version of the lockpick. If I were to guess, I'd say it's probably a reusable lockpick or something. Okay. Now, it's tempting to go into the gnomish mines. It's always tempting to go into the gnomish mines, but I'm actually going to completely ignore it. I mean, I took out that gnome pretty handily without too much difficulty, but he wasn't in one of those shielded walkers. And I feel like... I have to fight the wind again. I feel like our arrows wouldn't be the most useful thing to have when fighting gnomish walkers. So I'm going to avoid the mines. We've got a drunk goblin here. The drunk goblin sounds a little like the name of a pub. And I think the wind actually killed it. Wow, okay. I don't think we can shoot the wind, but I'm going to have a go. Shoot the breeze. Well, actually, it's fog, really. Fog cloud. Shoot the fog isn't quite the same. So we're going to have to rely on just bashing it with our bow until it dies, because I don't think we can hit it with projectiles. Even things like potions, I think, won't hit it. So it's doing quite a lot of damage to us, but hopefully we can beat it down before it kills us. This is where a pet might come in handy. A pet could pick up some of the slack in melee battling this fog cloud. Finally beat it. So we're going to have a bit of a rest here. Get some health back. Health. Going to eat something because we're getting hungry. Old dwarf innards, but at least it didn't poison us. And now we're going to have to face this door, which, judging by its size and shape, is going to be full of dwarves. But that challenge can wait until the next time. We'll stand here in the shadows, lurking and watching the dwarves' door like a sinister stalker kind of guy in a Robin Hood outfit. So, thanks for watching as always. Rejoin me next time and we'll see how our huntsman attempts to take on the dwarvish door. Or whether he decides that actually the door is too much of a risk and he's going to try his luck in the gnomish mines instead. I mean, those are basically our two options. Neither one of them particularly appealing, but we'll see which way we decide to go in the next episode. Until then, bye for now.